To manage your plugins, you can go to the plugins menu from your dashboard. Your plugins menu gives you a couple different options. It allows you to view your installed plugins, add new plugins, or go to the plugin editor. I don't recommend that you go to the plugin editor and try to edit a plugin unless you're very comfortable and familiar with the language PHP. So if I just click plugins, it lets me view all my installed plugins. But up here, it breaks it down where I can see all plugins, my active plugins, and I can filter this to view those, my inactive. And if I wanted to delete those, if I'm not using those, I could just select all those, go up here to bulk actions and hit delete. And I'm going to go ahead and delete those for right now. And we can see WordPress taking care of that for us. So right now we're all up to date. We don't have anything to update, but depending on the plugin that you download, it will populate in different areas of your menu. Sometimes a plugin will pop up in our menu as a new option, just like WP Job Manager created a menu option called Job Listings. If we were to install something like WooCommerce, it would do the same thing. But things like Better Click to Tweet shows up in our block library. So it's important to familiarize yourself with each plugin and not just assume it's going to end up here in your menu. It could end up in a block library or under settings. Under settings here, we have a couple of our plugins populated here in this menu. Now, every plugin is going to be different. So when you click settings, it will bring you to their settings page. And it's important to familiarize yourself with each of these plugins that you download and what it does. Don't be afraid to download plugins and install them and learn to experiment with them and see what they do and adjust the settings and tools. Let's say we no longer want a certain plugin. We could always deactivate it right here by just clicking deactivate it. Now, I don't recommend keeping a plugin that you're not using just sitting here, not activated and not deleted. So I would say you should either use it and activate it or delete it if you don't need it. So keep that in mind as you're moving throughout building your site. You can add plugins here and you can delete plugins here. So if we wanted to add, we can go to add new. And this is familiar from the other lessons. We can do a search or we can do an upload. We can also see, this is GoDaddy recommended. We can see popular and we can see favorites as well. But again, I would recommend that one thing to be diligent with is updating your plugins. A lot of times security issues arise from outdated plugins that aren't updated. So be sure you do that. Be sure you update your themes as well.